Well, good morning, everybody. Another successful night at the tent. It got cold. Everything performed pretty well, except for we had some zipper issues here with the sleeping bag, but that's to be expected. But we worked through that. Tried out a new product last night and sent to us by the folks at Crosse Technologies. It's their NOAA weather radio, and I've got to say this thing works really good. It will alert you to a whole bunch of different types of alerts, tornado only, and everything else. You'll notice this neat little radio from Crosse Technologies. It has a telescoping antenna that you can bring back and forth. It has a neat little flashlight option, which is really neat. Tuning button, power button, volume button, and this little button right here. You can use it to say tornado only. And you can see possibly see the emblem, I'm not sure. And that would be tornado only. Press one more time. That's all alerts, and that's everything from nuclear, biological to local emergencies. And you hold it in and it's on standby mode, which means you'll see that flashing light there every 5 seconds or so. And that means you're not going to hear that constant local weather station. For me, it's Wakefield, out of Wakefield, Virginia, which is about 65 miles from us. And for this little radio to get that kind of a signal that from that far away, very impressive, very impressive. But for those of us that are into camping, hiking, fishing, outdoors type stuff, you know that weather is probably one of the bigger things that we have to deal with. And it's really neat to have a product that's lightweight and can be carried. It's waterproof. It's really sturdily built. And I'm impressed with this little radio. Uh, haven't had any alerts come on it yet, but I guess that's a good thing. But if you have to carry a radio out in the field to let you know when weather emergencies come. And for those of you that watch my videos, you know that about a week or so ago, our local weather people said we were going to have a little bit of rain, maybe 3 hours of rain, quarter of an inch. Well, it ended up being 9 hours of rain, 1 inch. And let me tell you, this little tent, it held up. And these weather radios did a fine job, I gotta say. I'm impressed with it. This little weather radio from Crosse Technologies will also be AM, FM. And I am quite distant from this particular station, which is one of the bigger ones in this area. But again, it's pulling it in. I can hear it quite well. It's really neat. You'll see the front panel of this radio, advisory, watch, warning, and when it goes to a warning mode, the volume will go up significantly. And of course, then you can back it off using the volume negative plus that you see right there. And as pointed out before, you go tornado only, or you can let all weather alerts in the list on the product sheet here. I mean, it's just like literally dozens of different types of alerts. And goes without saying, I hope we don't have to see any of that. But for here in Eastern Virginia, tornado is one of the primary watches that we would see. Heavy winds, rain, hurricanes, and this little radio will do it all. It'll let you know. I'm impressed with it. It's outstanding radio. Currently, I have it on electrical power. You can see the AC plug there. It also has an optional earpiece that you can do that's not included in the kit. We'll also run on AAA batteries, handy little carrying strap, and I'm really impressed with this radio. This is a good little thing, and I would say that weather radios and cell phones and even the 2-meter ham radios are definitely something that would be very valuable to a camper, hiker, fisherman, anybody that is likely to go out into the lone wolf domain, so to speak. But Crosse Technologies, you guys really have a nice radio here. I would take it anywhere, and plan to do just that. I'm sure a lot of you guys, I know several people that own the Crosse technology home radio kits. These are some really snazzy looking things, and I used to have stuff like that in the house, but we don't have that anymore, and I spend more time outside, so these little handheld radios are kind of what I've been carrying for the longest time now. And again, I'd like to thank the folks from Crosse Technologies for sending this out. Really give this a passing grade, and I plan to carry this thing for as long as I possibly can, and hopefully I never have to see it flash a tornado or any other alert, but I'm sure that we will see that in the coming months. So feel free to visit the Crosse Technologies website, and I'll put that link up on the video. And campers, hikers, fishers, outdoorsmen, persons, this is a good radio, good thing to have. Put it in your camp go kit, hike go kit, outdoor go kit. It's a even neat little thing to have on standby mode in your house, because it will tone loudly when there is some type of an alert. You can't go wrong by using something like this. Again, I give it a thumbs up.
Rain in the morning. Tuesday night, north winds 5 to 10 knots.
Good sounding volume.
Wednesday, north
Easy
winds
to hear.
5 to 10 knots.
Lightweight to carry. Nice strap.
Wednesday night, north
And
winds 5
FM
to
radio.
10 knots. Becoming
You
northeast
can't
10
beat
to
this little
15
radio.
knots after midnight.
Alright, let's wrap this video up. We'll kind of call this like a little safety briefing, a little safety evaluation review. And again, I'd like to say Crosse Technologies, little handheld weather radio, outstanding. And really, I recommend that all you folks that like to spend outside or looking, even gardeners, I guess, would value from something like this. So it's pretty neat. All right, Dave Collier Camping. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Thursday night, north winds 25 to 30 knots, diminishing to 20 to 25 knots after midnight. Seas 8 to 10 feet. Rain likely 40. Tuesday night, north winds 5 to 10 knots. Waves 1 foot. Wednesday, north winds 5 to 10 knots. Waves 1 to 2 feet. Wednesday night, northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Seas 5 to 9 feet. Tonight, west to northwest winds 5 to 15 knots. Seas 4 to 7 feet. Monday, west winds 5 to 10 knots.
All right, everybody. Say goodbye for this video. Been a pleasure. Sun has come up. Trying to dry this tent out before we pack everything down and call this weekend done. And see y'all on the next adventure.